Hey now, today I am going to be putting a beer onto a nitrogen faucet. So what I'm going to be doing is changing out this Perlick, the standard Perlick beer faucet here for this nitrogen one so that I can push with beer gas. Now the first step of actually going about doing this is just changing up the setup here underneath my bar for my gas. This is my regular CO2 here with the regulator, and this is my beer gas, which is this is about 75% nitrogen to 25% carbon dioxide. And in order to do that, you can see I've just got this currently going nowhere. I'm going to go to my little splitter here on the gas, and I'm going to take my number one line, which is for the left faucet up there, which I'm leaving on CO2, and I'm going to just use a union just like this in order to join up those two lines, and then this number two line here is going to be connected again via union to this beer gas line here. So since I'm operating solo, I'm going to go ahead and get that stuff hooked up, but I should also just mention that first of all I need to make sure that I've got this gas turned off. This one's already obviously turned off. I also like to just close off both of those, and then make sure that, as you can see here, I've got both of my gas quick disconnects detached. Even though they've got the backflow valves or the check valves on them, there shouldn't have been an issue with that, but either way, it's just a precaution. So I'm going to get these things hooked up here just using my crescent wrenches, and then I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so there we are. You can see I've got them just hooked up with the unions as opposed to being on that splitter, since one is going to be on the CO2 and the other is going to be on the beer gas. So I'm just going to go to my CO2. I'm just going to turn that valve back on, and then also these. There we go. And turn them on my nitrous, or my beer gas. And I did put some soapy water on these unions here, and you can see that there is no bubbling. So those are nice and sealed up. That's perfect. And now I can actually go and switch out the faucets and stuff. Yeah, awesome. All right, so I just went ahead and removed the actual tap here. Now it's time to pop the faucet off. Just using my faucet wrench. Like this. Get it nicely started, and then I should just be able to finish that up. Excellent. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead here now and spray this down, just a little bit of Star San. I am going to flush this with Star San. Just a tiny, well, no, not even actually any sediment in there. All right, beautiful. So time to get this nitrogen faucet on here. So it's nice, straight up and down. I'll lock it back on this faucet wrench, and then we can flush this with Star San just to make sure that this faucet as well as the line is nice and clean. So I'm just going to hook up my corny here. Good old Star San corny. And you can see I've got a bunch of line on this. That's the amount of line that I usually have when I have anything that's more highly carbonated, or when I'm using this nitrogen faucet. Okay, perfect. So that's all Star San through there. So now I'll just go and get my keg that's going to go on here and hook that up, and then we will try it out. Okay, so I sanitized the posts on this. Now this beer is actually, this was the second runnings from a barley wine that I brewed, and came up with this 4% sort of English kind of pub style beer. And so I figured this would be a great one. I'm just running the Star San out here. This would be a really good one for putting on the nitro. So I'm just going to get this all packed away in the kegerator here. Lines just like so. Excellent. And so now the trick here with that beer is just lightly carbonating it. So like less than half of what I'm normally carbonating my beers with, and then just kind of tasting them. And if I can tell that there's just a little bit of gas to them, then they're usually good to go. So I will give this an initial whirl here, just to see. Yeah, see that that beer is just a little bit warm still. So I'm going to just wait until everything kind of chills down a little bit more, and then we'll be able to go ahead and test out this beer, see how she looks. All right, time to actually give this a whirl here. And we're just going to first engage, pulling it forward is going to engage that restrictor plate, filling it up the majority of the way, letting that foam kind of settle out, and then going ahead and pushing it back, which doesn't engage that restrictor plate and allows it to just really not foam when finishing it off. Look at that. Beautiful. So the trick is, yeah, get it about 2/3 full. We'll let all that cascading sort of settle out, creating that nice, beautiful moussey head. I thought the Smithwick's glass was appropriate for this. Classic. And then just pushing back on the tap there, tap handle. Ooh. Looks like I needed to clean my glass. Anyway, look at that. Fantastic, beautiful nitrogen, CO2. Super fun using the beer gas, getting that set up. Again, definitely an investment with the faucet and getting the beer gas tank, and that gas is for sure more expensive. But honestly, the coolness factor of having a nitrogenated beer on tap is amazing. So yeah, folks, what can I say? If you like it, absolutely subscribe. Lots more videos coming down the pipe here. Yeah, and until next time, keep it at 11.